About 5 minutes ago, I heard a loud crack of thunder, and now the rain's falling, and I love it. I haven't had a nice thunderstorm in ages. Growing up in Colorado, there was constant thunderstorms, and where we lived in Parker, which is northeast of Denver, you could see for miles and miles, and you could see the dark thunder clouds rolling in, and you could see a thunderstorm happening like way far away, and it wasn't happening where you were. And I don't have any topics in mind at this moment. I'm just filming to document a thunderstorm and see if any thoughts or interesting anecdotes come to mind besides reminiscing about my childhood. It's been an interesting couple days. I've been longboarding a lot. It finally clicked. And once it clicks and it's not clunky and awkward, and you can actually feel confident that you can actually you don't have to think about it. You just go out and you zoom around, and still got to be careful not to push myself too far, or else I'll get another one of these or this. I had 2 spills, maybe 3 actually, 3 or 4 that a couple weren't bad. But in any case, yeah, so cleaning out the house today, I took a couple loads of trash to the dump, construction debris and whatnot. The rest of the house is actually looking good, because I realized I hadn't wanted to clean the rest of the house because it was going to get torn up anyway, and it's a dump anyway, and I realized that it's going to be a while till that happens, and it's just going to be room by room, and I'd like, even if the house doesn't look super great, like if I bring a girl over or something, you know, hopefully she'll be impressed by the fact that the place is getting remodeled, but maybe not make it look like absolute garbage. So yeah, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic. I tripped yesterday. Without getting into too much detail, just to say that it didn't really take. It wasn't enough, and it never really got going, and so it was another disappointment. I did have some positive experiences from it, some positive epiphanies, and there were some positive aspects to it. It just nothing like I was hoping for and expecting, and a good portion of it was kind of rough, actually. And but still worth doing. Get some practice with it. Did a lot of longboarding. Went for a drive at night up into the mountains, some old winding roads. Listen to the Dune soundtrack. Listen to Grimes. I love Grimes. I think it's crazy that she had Elon Musk's baby, and I kind of had this kind of realization that she's this weird creative person, and she's like my type of girl. But Elon Musk seems like so above, normal human being, but he picked, of all the girls he could have picked, he picked a weirdo creative girl. And then I was like, he's a weirdo creative person. He's also a workaholic, but he's not your typical CEO. And what else do I have to say? Not a lot. I want to get back to writing poetry and journaling. It's been like a while without Adderall, and I'm looking forward to getting a prescription again. It should be the 8th. I could get it tomorrow possibly, and that'll be nice. That would be a relief, so I can actually be energized and motivated and not depressed. For me, the main thing about it is it's an antidepressant. Most of the time I'm just pretty depressed. I started feeling depressed today. Still thinking about Dune and how excited I am. Thinking about pets. What kind of pets do I want? I think I'm gonna get a Schneider skink, which is my first pet lizard as a child. I was like 12, and so that'll be nostalgic. I still want to get a frilled dragon again. I have a really amusing story about a lady and her stupid little Chihuahua mix, and why I've realized that my theory was correct, that those little dogs that ladies carry around with them are looking for attention. It's like an ego thing. Like, I want you to love my little dog, and therefore you're giving approval to me. That's a story for another time. I've also got a lot of other stories from my life, of course, that I want to get into. Can't talk too long. My phone's not charging properly. Man, it's really weird. Rain is so comforting. I wonder if the cavemen felt the same way. Like, you're stuck in your cave, or if you're an Indian, you're stuck in your teepee. Like, or if you didn't have a home, would you really, I guess maybe it has to do with feeling like even though there's rain outside, I'm protected in here. It just reminds you that you're safe from the elements. Maybe something like that. And maybe it's just for no particular reason other than the sound just happens to be nice. And thunder sounds just cool. I remember when I was working at summer camp up in Estes Park, and we saw this amazing thunderstorm. And one of the guys there, he wasn't religious,
But we were watching. He looked around. He said, "Should I become religious?" Like, it actually inspired him to seriously think, like, this is a religious experience, like the sense of awe. And, so, 10 minutes, cap it off there. Those are my thoughts. Those are my thunderstorm thoughts. And I'm sticking to them. So don't try to convince me otherwise.